Hey, so I checked out the Zotac website. Thankfully, I typed it in correctly the first time. It sounded like a pill company or something. Yeah, and here in America we have like a lot of pill issues or something. I don't know. So anyway, I checked it out. I know that the 8800 GT clocks by default at 600 on the GPU, and 600 on the GPU. 800 on 600 GPU, 900 on the memory, and the one I have is 650 on the GPU, overclocked by 50, and overclocked to 950 on the memory. And my first card, by order of the box I opened and the serial number, because they're card number 831 and 832. They both overclock to 700 and 2000, and that's what the Amped edition is for Zotac. There's two Amped editions with different SKUs, so I don't know the difference here because I'm looking at the same specs, and they have like another 8800. Well, they got three cards here, and the regular one is already overclocked by 60 hertz. I expect I think like 20 extra bucks on each card to have them overclocked by default. Right now, I'm not playing any games, and I'm trying to keep my room nice and cool because it's Florida, and and I have it downclocked from 650 to 500, and from I can get the control panel back up here from 950 to 800. So it's like 100 megahertz downclock on both the memory and GPU from the default, and 150 for both. And one card slightly overclocks better than the first card does, or more stable at a higher clock rate. I think that's because the second card, the cooling doesn't work that great on the second card, and I'm not 100% sure, and I still have to test this out, if the fan actually adjusts when I adjust the fan here. I still have a problem with having to manually turn the fan up even when it's idle. I usually run it at 75% instead of the 29%, because right now it's at 54 degrees Celsius, 129 degrees Fahrenheit. I try to post that in both, because whenever I say Fahrenheit or Celsius, everyone's like, oh, what's the other one mean, So the Zotac cards look pretty sweet. If it's not on Newegg, then I've probably heard of it. Right now, I know there are. Well, let me take a look on Newegg. I don't know of any reputable e-tailers online besides here in America, and really, I only go by Newegg. And you guys seem to be lucky because your prices seem to be going down in Europe. Ours aren't going down. And if I go back here, we're looking at. If it would actually bring up just GT cards here. Give me a second here to bring it up. Card interface 256, DirectX 10, video search, and so right now, besides the 256 meg versions. The cheapest one that they have now is 260 bucks, but I remember reading on the various sources that it would be as cheap as $230. I would imagine that would be under 200 pounds, because honestly, the unelected president of, or what I would prefer to call dictator of our country, which I voted against, has been just like killing our economy. I know a lot of British people come over to America like Americans would vacation in Mexico, so hopefully we won't be Mexico. And like some people have posted, "Ron Paul." Okay, I'm still looking him up. So there's a politician running. He's actual conservative, unlike the neocons, because there's a difference between a neocon and a conservative. And I voted Democrat the first two times, but I actually found a conservative to vote for. I still got to read up more about him, because I'm not just going to blindly vote for him. Anyway, so yeah, there's a 299 card, a 290 card, and a 265, and a $260 512 meg version of the 88 GTs, EVGA, LeadTech, EVGA, and ASUS. And again, I stay the heck away from ASUS because, yeah, if you saw my RMA video, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like you said, there's not really much point to going to a GTX card, and I haven't even looked at the new benchmarks, but the cheapest GTS, the new G92 GTS card is $360, and I don't think it's going to have much effect besides the fact that it has a dual slot cooler to really get much of a frame rate boost to justify like $160 increase per card, which is like what, more than $300 than a SLI setup with the two GTs. And I know I'm probably getting lower frame rates in games because I'm still using a socket 939, albeit that I'm using the Opteron 185, which is the second best CPU I can get for the board. But you know, right now I'm between jobs. But yeah, so you know, I'm sure when you upgrade, DDR2 is like insanely cheap here in America. It's like you can get like 2 gigs of DDR 800 for like $35 after rebate, which is, I mean, that's insane. And you can get unlocked multiplier on $130 AMD Black Box Edition, and if you make sure you get an Enforce chipset with the true 16X SLI. So like on the Intel, I know it's like the i680, but if you go below an i680 on the 600 series for the Northbridge chip, then you're only going to be running at 8X on both slots when you're running an SLI, which is basically AGP, which makes no sense. But you're looking at maybe like $400 for upgrading the base of your system, and that'd be pretty sweet for the money, you know. And I think we should still support ATI and AMD. I would definitely say if you can't afford to upgrade everything, I mean going to a couple, I think 3850s, not the 3750s, because I think it's like 256 meg and 512 meg difference in the single and dual cooler difference. I mean, there's still decent cards from what I've read, and you know, having an up-to-date system, like with me, the 8800 GTs, I really want to turn up anti-aliasing and vertical sync and everything, and I want to just max it all out. But I'm only going to be usually playing at 1024, 768. But yeah, but I mean, I'm not definitely going to do any fanboy stuff because I've had a lot of ATI cards, and ATI has served me very well in the past. And if we lose ATI, we're going to have a graphics card monopoly with NVIDIA. And as much as I like NVIDIA, I don't want them to have a monopoly, just like I don't want Intel to have a CPU monopoly. So, you know. Anyway, so I'll see you guys around, and I will post some more Counter-Strike videos. I just gotta get back to work. Oh. See you guys around. Thanks for posting your video, by the way.